They say some mysteries don't wait to be found. They call to the ones who will discover them. And in the quiet town of Hexham, England, in the winter of 1971, two children would stumble upon something so strange, so unsettling, that the entire community would whisper about it for decades. Two carved stone heads staring back at them from the soil. It began in an ordinary garden. Colin and Leslie Robson were digging near the edge of their yard when their shovels struck something hard. They brushed away the dirt and froze. Each head was roughly the size of a fist, grey and cold, with faces that felt half human, half creature. Wide eyes, sharp angles, a faint expression that seemed watchful. Their mother laughed at first, thinking the boys were teasing. But that night the house felt different. Drafts that hadn't existed before crept down the hallway. Objects shifted on their own, and the children whispered that the stone faces were never facing the same direction twice. Word spread fast. Local historian Anne Ross, a respected expert on Celtic lore, asked to examine the heads herself. The moment she touched one, she frowned. "This," she murmured, "is not a toy." She insisted they resembled ancient Celtic cult objects, symbols of protection or curses, depending on the story. She warned the family to treat them with reverence, but that only deepened the unease. Because at night, strange things continued to happen. A figure was seen moving through the garden, heavy footsteps echoed across empty rooms, and once Anne herself swore she saw a shadowy beast, part man, part wolf, standing at the foot of her bed. Skeptics rolled their eyes. Folklore, they said, imagination. But others whispered about the Hexham wolf, an old Northern England legend said to follow certain ritual objects. The coincidence was too perfect. Then came the twist. A man named Des Craigie stepped forward, claiming he had carved the heads in the 1950s as a school project. Nothing mystical, nothing ancient. Just cement, he said, leftovers. But his story didn't line up. The materials didn't match his tools. His timeline shifted each time he told it. And the eerie events? Those continued long after the heads left the Robsons' home. Scientists, historians, and folklorists argued for years. Were the Hexham heads ancient relics tied to forgotten rituals, or clever forgeries that spiraled into a local legend? Even today, no one truly knows. The originals vanished into private collections. The strange events faded, but never fully disappeared from memory. And maybe that's the real power of the Hexham heads, not whether they were old or new, mystical or mundane, but the way they forced an entire town to confront something deeper. The thin, fragile line between what we explain and what still waits in the dark, beyond understanding. If this story intrigued you, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to help the channel grow.